Sekiro is a bit of a controversial entry into the FromSoft catalog. Some people love it, some people hate it. Some people knew that they didn't really like parrying or blocking in other Souls games, so they didn't really want to play a parry or blocking focused game, and could appreciate it for what it was, say that it's a good game, and just knew that it wasn't for them. Guess which one I am? Today is my shot at redemption. Will I learn how to parry like a parry god and parry and carry my party on my back with immaculate timing? Or will I just see S scaling in arcane and say, haha, status effects go brr? I bet you can guess the answer to that question too. Join the Patreon to support the channel, you get into the Discord, and can join up with other gamers for some Nightreign. Follow us on Twitch to hop into games with me. This is the last Nightfare we're doing, but we're doing something else soon. Something weird. Check out Tulok the Cardbarian for some Magic the Gathering videos, and Tulok the Barbarian for some D&D videos. Now let's get started making a dog sick. Yeah, if you don't want to parry, just slap the Caligo and Noster relics on. They'll put Frostbite and Poison on your starting weapon, then give you a damage boost when you make something frostbitten or poisoned. Executor's starting weapon also has Bleed, so there's 3 sources of percentile damage with 2 additional damage boosts. Also, whenever a status effect is applied, Executor gets a 20% damage buff. That's their passive ability. It's so good.
Wrong!
Right, so actually how that works is after a status effect expires on Executor, they get a 20% damage boost for 20 seconds. Which means to activate that passive, you need to get poisoned, frostbitten, rotted, mad, or bled.
I don't want that!
Then you get more damage for 20 entire seconds. I think this kinda sucks. But some stans of the character took a little personal offense when I said this on stream, so I just want to be clear, not coming for you, or coming at you for liking Executor. It's fine, I'm saying this should be buffed. You should want your favorite character to be buffed, that'd be more fun. Make it a boost to when status is afflicted, don't let it stack on itself. There you go, so much more fun. Also, I know seppuku exists. It's one Ash of War in a sea of Ashes of War. It's not guaranteed, so I'm not counting seppuku as part of the kit, because it isn't. It's weird to argue that it is. Anyway, S scaling in arcane rips, and slapping those 2 relics on the boy makes them a status factory. You know how katanas are basically just straight swords in vanilla, but they have bleed and unsheath, so they're all pretty good? Well, Katana the character has a bunch of abilities I'd consider mid to bad, but he's got bleed, and I guess Chilling Mist in this case, so yeah, he's pretty good. The cursed sword lets you solo bosses. Okay, you know what it doesn't let you do? Run. Doesn't let you run, and run is on circle or L3, which aren't inputs you need for the cursed sword. Why can't you run? This is kind of a problem when so many of the bosses run away from you. They're designed with everyone having torrent-like sprint speeds in mind, so they run a lot. And if you're trying to do your cool Sekiro parry, which is cool and good, when it works by the way, it feels really cool to use against some enemies, they'll just run away from you. To deflect a boss, I gotta say deflect, not parry, because it's not a parry, it's a deflection. You need to have aggro drawn onto you, so you have to hit them. Hitting them drains your stamina, and so does deflecting. What? You don't get the deflecting tier thing from the DLC? It chews through your stamina? Your B scaling stamina? I can respect a high skill ceiling, sure, but this feels like a super dome. Why can't you just run with it? There's no status effects on this sword either. I thought it had bleed. No, wrong, it's just a stick. A stick that doesn't scale very well, and is worse than purple weapons, which you should be getting, you know, by the end of night 1, early night 2. But if you time 3 or 4 deflections, you get a slash that does slightly more than Wilder's grappling whip, and less damage than a pummel from Raider. And I get why people are defensive of this boy, because they're practiced in the Sekiro lab, and they want to be rewarded for it. But S scaling arcane, it's right there. Just use the status effects.
A lot of people have worked really hard. Why?
Well, do we like the dog? Kinda. It's an extra heal, effectively gives you a big old health bar, and then you can't dodge anymore. You can spam roar to heal. We do have that relic on. It doesn't heal very much, and most bosses kill that dog. Like, they just they killed a dog that can't dodge pretty fast, so it's good for rezzing. Then it makes you a giant target that gets blasted. And all of this might make you think, Phil thinks Executor is weak. No, I don't. Executor has S scaling and arcane. That makes up for all of it, and then some. First run, little hard to judge how well our stats work though, because we got the Grafted Blade Greatsword in our offhand, night 1, which means we got extra levels randomly after defeating every enemy. Day 2, we have some fun with Loretta, and by that I mean she keeps wiping the whole party, except me. I'm goated. Ducked it. Yeah, where's that discussion, optimizers? If you come out of your dog form, you can duck under a ranged attack. Dog form S tier ult. I named one piece of tech. That is how this works. Those bars are looking pretty massive at level 10, so I dropped the grafted sword for one of our allies to get some extra sauce. There was a debate in chat about whether that makes our stat boosts go away. It doesn't. That person was just wrong. They were thinking of the bell-bearing hunter greatsword. Oh, so someone was just wrong? Are you telling me someone would just be wrong in the chat and distract me while I'm fighting Estelle so I dodge poorly? With S arcane scaling, the Mogwin Spear should be pretty nuts. For the Dragonkin, I get my poison buff and just start making it rain. Night rain, blood night rain. Nice and easy again. Character good, but character good because arcane scaling good. The rest of the party hung around in the city to duplicate the grafted blade, so we just kind of fight some omens solo. Margit ends up being the boss of night 2, and he doesn't really get to do a lot, especially with more bleed when we crit. There's so much extra bleed support in this game, which it absolutely didn't need, but I will take it. I feel the need. The need for blood. Before Tricephalos, just take a look at those bars.
That's quite big. Impressive.
Not enough holy, so the dogs split. We've had 3 dogs, yes. How about a 4th? Stop running. Someone fight me. Did I get stance broken? Oh yeah, my dog also gets stance broken really easily. Come on. Like, come on. Tried to parry one of the dogs, but the other 2 Nightfarers just killed the other ones with hitting. We blocked some attacks. Sometimes things are just better than other things. Like today's sponsor, Raycon. That's right, gamers, this video is sponsored by Raycon. If you're like me, you love it when something classic comes back in a bigger and better way, like fighting the Nameless King in Nightreign, or fighting the Dancer of the Boreal Valley in Nightreign, or fighting Gaping Dragon in Nightreign. But Raycon also understands that. That's why the classic everyday earbuds are back. And they're back in an exciting way. The new classic everyday earbuds come with active noise cancellation. And because that noise cancellation is active, you can choose to tune out or tune in depending on the situation. If you're flying on a noisy plane and decided to take the red eye back from Las Vegas because, hey, it's not like you're going to be super tired, you might want noise cancellation on so you can hear your podcasts about the Dark Universe and expanding the Dark Universe movies. That's what I'm listening to right now. Are You Afraid of the Dark Universe? Great podcast. But if you're walking around town and want to keep your wits about you so you don't get hit by a car, you might want to turn active noise cancellation off. It's pretty simple to activate. You just got to touch and suddenly you're on awareness mode or noise cancellation on. The everyday earbuds are just as comfortable as ever. You can wear them all day if you want to. I definitely do on some days. If I'm cleaning my apartment, if I'm doing chores, if I'm running errands, my Raycons are with me. And they got a 32-hour battery life. I love being able to charge my Raycon before a trip and not have to charge it at all while I'm on the trip. It leaves my charger open for my phone, whose battery dies very, very fast on trips. It could learn something from Raycon. Plus, Raycons are affordable. They are offering you the same audio quality as premium brands at half the price. If you're ready to get started, go to buyraycon.com/height for 20% off the new classic everyday earbuds. Again, that is buyraycon.com/height, and you'll get 20% off your pair of Raycon classic earbuds. Now, let's get back to that Executor.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect.
I'm trying to use the deflect, but then we move back to using 3 status effects and things just kind of fall down in front of us. That's why I like to hit up caves, since my starting weapon is simply too good. We don't need anything else. Even finding things like a cold Nagakiba. Okay, where's the poison though? Really, I guess what I'm saying is the Caligo relic and the Noster relic are really good. These would be a good combo on Duchess. These would be a good combo on Wilder. It'd probably be a decent combo on Raider. But they're really good on Executor because he's got S scaling. Trying to parry against Leonine Misbegotten. There's so much happening. Can't really see what I'm doing. Makes the deflect harder to use. Don't mind an Eleanor pole blade. Don't mind that one bit. Show me some good talismans.
What? I love garbage.
Then struggle to dome the flame chariots. Dog, I am good at this. I swear to God, I am good at this. Oh, why are we not climbing it? Why did I get so bad at this? When did I get bad at this? I'm good at this. Come on. And struggle to hit the ancestor spirit's body because he's too tall. At least we have dog. Oh my God. I just became a bigger hitbox. That's all I did. I just became a bigger hitbox. Good news, Guardian fans. I think we found something I like worse than Guardian. Not true. S-scaling arcane, too good. It just kind of robs the variety from the playthrough. Like, there's no reason to use any of the abilities except maybe the dog for a res or some extra health. Freya gets chopped up. Some people think a newspaper is the best tool to kill spiders. I recommend a katana. We just kind of walk forward and hit R1. Am I playing vanilla again? Here's why I'm trying to remember calling the deflect a deflect and not a parry, because things that work with parries do not work with deflects. It's a different mechanic. Banished knights can't do much against the power of 3 status effects. Try to deflect again. Still uses stamina. Right. Okay, so as long as the enemies don't do as much stamina pressure as a banished knight, it'll be great. We're only level 10 though. This is really more of a level 15 ability. Loretta is up top, gets pretty carved up, and drops something great. Hey, we got the thing that should have just been his passive ability. That's neat. You know what else though? This is always my issue with like blocking and parry builds. I just have to wait until it's my turn to block. I'm not being attacked right now, so I can attack to draw aggro, but then I don't have endurance to block. And like blocking uses endurance. Like he turned and now he's not attacking me. And now he's run away, so I need to get my regular weapon back out and run him down. And now that I'm just attacking him instead of waiting for my turn to parry, he fucking melts. I don't know why I need to defend my point of view so much. It doesn't matter. People who think the deflect is good are just convinced it's good. You've made up your mind, so me showing my work and how I came to the conclusion is irrelevant. Nobody changes their mind, so hey, you are an objectively better gamer and a better person because you played Sekiro, and I just don't like the deflect because I'm bad at using it, even if I use it fine when I use it and it just doesn't contribute anything. Since I don't like our build, let's compliment the team's builds. Joltik, great name, is rocking Elden Stars, which I think is super fun in this game. And Kleenex is wiping the floor and the nose with a blasphemous blade. Say gamers, did you know the fire damage resets the frostbite so it can proc again? Like and subscribe and I'll give you tips for the mimic tier later. Adele goes super smooth. We get down by some big AoEs, but the poison buildup is so fast, constantly giving the big fucker a tummy ache and making him spill his guts on the floor. End it by intentionally getting grabbed so the party can kill him. That's true, I wasn't coping this time. I call it out and say, let's get grabbed, and then the party kills him. Let's go stack status on some bugs. Starting off in the Cathedral to get to level 2, then hitting up an Everjail to beat an Omen like, well, one of its parents probably. Sad fact of the lore. More Everjails. We don't run the Everjail boost on this build, but I'm sure someone on the squad does. It's pretty popular. Oh, there's a magma worm over there. Don't think we have time for that, but we do have time for the Fire Cathedral. So yeah, Fire Cathedral. Or you know what? Fire Cathedral's inside the storm. Let's show this motherfucker what we're all about. Where are you, Salami? Hold on, I got you. No! Don't push the dog off the cliff! Don't Lion King me! I'm just trying to get stance pressure on it. Sorry, I'm gonna try and kill it. Well, that's not gonna help me kill it. It's just the poison's there. Ah. Fuck. Oh, well, no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I deserved it. I didn't save y'all. I deserved it. Nice job, team. Nice job. I saw that. I saw that. Y'all did great. We get healing on block from a shield, so that gives us an incentive to deflect. It does at least count as blocking. It would be incredibly stupid to try and aggro this dragon so we can fight the dragon while fighting the Night 1 boss, right? No, get back here. Here, he's charging. Hell yes, let's go. I'm all the way over here, buddy. Yes! Yes! Turning into the dog helps us stay in the storm longer, but it looks like our health drain from Night Drifter's ult wasn't happening. Is that a dog thing or a storm thing? Oh well, now we just have to fight a smelter demon with no flasks while Flying Dragon makes the stage hazard of Dragon Breath.
What, like it's hard?
It's been so long since we lost Night 1, like literally the first time the game was out was the last time. But this was rough, folks. Ah! What the fuck is this goddamn AoE damage? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, God bless you, Night Drifter. That is exactly what I fucking needed. Oh my god, Night Drifter with the fucking save there. Holy shit. God, if only there were another boss we could fight at the beginning of Night 2. Millie's prosthesis! Don't mind if I do. Hey, Ritual Sword if someone wants it. Eleanor's Pole Blade, Rivers of Blood, and Reduvia should all have a power stancing moveset with each other, just 2 weapons. I'm not saying the character holds the sword in their mouth like Zoro One Piece. Now I'm saying that though. That's better. The Pole Blade we grab boosts our damage while power stancing, so Serpent Bone Blade in one hand and Rivers of Blood in the other. It's basically as good as her starting weapon, except it doesn't have Frostbite. Power Stance Katanas is a very flashy moveset, but I'm never gonna love a Power Stance moveset that has you making 2 separate attacks instead of 1 attack with 2 weapons. It's stylish though. Augur invades us. Nice, easy, clean invasion. Obviously, its attack style is still run away and splash water everywhere.
I was fighting everybody in the pool and trying to splash water in their mouths.
But being contained to the bubble at least makes it less of a cardiac event. Hey, did y'all know Corpse Piler is a good Ash of War? I've never used it before. I'm not a PvP sicko, and we never used Rivers of Blood in vanilla, which is so funny because Rob is my main in Smash. Funny Banished Knight moment. Hi there, dude took flight. Nox Dragonkin Soldier, every character, the game chooses an enemy to throw at us over and over again. This time it's Dragonkins. Noster is weak to fire, he bleeds. I like the fight. I like Noster. I just think it's neat. In phase 2, we get a stance break, and Drifter hits the Comet Azure. Such a great stance punish, very easy win. Hey, didn't we already beat Maris? Do we really have to beat Maris again? I think y'all know I'm woke, but I'm just building up a starting audience of leftists before making a hard right pivot. Grifting just feels easier than trying. Let's practice. We have Duchess and a Recluse on the squad. 2 women. This run woke and bad. Forced diversity. I'm not jealous that Duchess gets to have the cool stopwatch and I have a parry stick. I'm not jealous that Recluse has a floaty dash and I turn into a dog. Wait, yes, I am mad about that. The female characters have more fun abilities because Ishizaki is woke. The pivot will work. I know it will because I've been given the gift of foresight. Oh, you know what I want? I want a Lightning Cross Naginata. Hi there. Lightning Cross Naginata? What? Okay! Dog fighting? Y'all better not be fighting what I think you're fighting. Okay, it's just a dog. Hi, I'm a dog. I fucked up. I hit the wrong button. Where'd the dog go? Dog, get your ass back here, dog. Why did we get our dog ass kicked by the dog? Why did we get our ass kicked by the dog? Dog kicked our ass. That dog kicked our ass. HP recovery on successful guards again. Let's get deflecting. Crucible Knights should be great to practice on. I know their moveset pretty well, and our Cross Naginata is spawning glint blades even while we hold the weapon, so we can still do damage while we wait for them to attack. No commentary on how effective it was, because I'm done saying negative things. Valiant Gargoyles is the Night 1 boss. No negativity, huh? We get bleed on our weapon after crits. Yeah, that's good. Day 2, we go back to the castle and fight a Crucible Knight. Here's the fight without any additional commentary because I'm not saying anything negative. Like, I don't know how I could be doing better parrying this guy. And it feels like this is taking forever. Oh! The apply blood loss on crit thing? Cannot go on that weapon. Now, did I perfectly deflect every attack? No, but if you need to perfectly deflect every attack, optimally use your stamina, and I guess Keikaku read your enemy to know it's not going to destroy your stamina bar with its next combo. You know what you have? Durian. Durian is a fruit that smells like a corpse when you open it up. It literally smells like rotting flesh. It's disgusting. But with enough spices, seasonings, and slow roasting, you can kinda make it taste like pulled pork. You know what else tastes like pulled pork? Pork. Even beyond that, if you're vegetarian, you know what else doesn't taste like pork, but still tastes good? Every other fucking vegetable. Brussels sprouts aren't that hard to make. Zucchini isn't hard to make. Squash, mushroom, stuffed peppers, beans, lentils, and so many vegetarian foods you can make, and they don't smell like a corpse. And they don't need to be fussed over to avoid making your guests throw up. If you like durian, rad. I'm happy you found a way to prep it. It's weird to bring to a potluck. Bring mushrooms. S-scaling arcane stat is mushrooms. Not that that was a metaphor, because I wouldn't say anything bad ever again. If this was a metaphor though, perfect deflection timing would be durian. The end product might end up being comparable, but why do you want to work so hard? Just to tell people I made durian instead of I made mushrooms. Not negative, because I said it's not. Climbing up the mountain, we get a bolt of Grand Sax, which is basically a perfect weapon for against Maris, other than lightning bolt cross Naginata. I prayed for it, now I'm ignoring it. What a shame. It's even good against Ignorialis on the mountain, especially after Night Drifter hits the Recluse ult, so we can get all of our magic back as we yeet for a few seconds. Yeah, I guess Executor's mind stat isn't all that big, so it's a good thing we have the lightning cross Naginata as a backup. For not Ignorialising, we get Morgoth's Cursed Sword, which will help us against the last mob. That's it. I'm not using it for Maris. Would have been really sick for Noster. Or the Royal Cavalryman. That Blood Flame Blade really gets the boom. It brings the boom to you. I know that's an old reference now. I'm 31. I need a second to catch up on memes. We also dropped that Bolt of Grand Sax for Snake, since they didn't have anything better to hit Maris with, so hey, that means Lightning Naginata. It works great. It works even better when Maris just runs right up to us. We're able to make pretty quick work of the nuke, so no worries there, though I am out of FP.
Some worries, man. Some worries.
There isn't a second nuke. It was totally fine. Maris crushed. Not even a problem.
You begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi.
No frenzy on the map, no problem. It's not like it adds frenzy to a weapon, that's not even an option. Now the sleepy camps with the bears all have add sleep to your weapon, but sleep is much less conditional. It's useful against the bears you beat in the sleepy camp, and oh, just that. Sleep isn't very useful. I'm continuing to try and farm hype moments and aura with the deflector, even if I think it's not very great. Seems like it doesn't work against clouds while fighting the hero of Zamor, so the hero of Zamor only does clouds. Well, shit. We deflect the Blackblade Assassin's Blade Beam, still get the debuff, so like most blocks, it does not stop status effects. No comment, just information to pass on. I mean, that's probably good. We do more damage after we recover from a status affliction, right? The Blade Beam debuff does not count as a debuff. No comment. You're not here for my commentary, you're here for my no commentary. In between streams, I learned you're supposed to actually deflect, guard, counter, attack twice, guard, 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 counter, guard, then super hit. Or use it as an alternative to rolling. Rolling doesn't build up stance pressure like deflecting does, so deflecting is better, except it's slower to swap the deflector than it is to just roll with a tighter window to get the benefits and a steeper penalty for failing. Like, it's not terrible. I hope y'all don't think I'm saying it's terrible. It's just a lot of work. You have to relearn all the timings to protect yourself, and I don't think it's worth it. If the sword scaled better, or you could upgrade it at least, I'd feel better about it. Hey, at least I'm not lying. Takes 0 stamina to block? No, it doesn't. It does take stamina to block. It absolutely takes stamina to block. What are you talking about? Me when I lie. Yeah, you'll lose less stamina when you perfect block, but like, still takes stamina. It auto-deflects follow-up attacks and uses stamina for that. No comment. Deathrite birds are immune to all of our status effects, so that's fun. I mean, it's a Deathrite bird. There isn't really a fun version of the fight to aspire to. Against Libra, Afro Walrus has the frenzy, which means we just get to hit Libra with all the other status effects. A little communication breakdown means he does get the buff off. We can deflect him when he starts slamming, and turn into a dog when he does the giant madness aura thing. I guess dog is immune to frenzy? Okay, points for the dog. It's immune to frenzy. Love that for the dog. Let's fight a horse. Oh boy, I sure do love when I stop trying to meet the arbitrary metric for people who are going to be mad at me anyway. The Arwen status effect is back on and it's working great. Bosses are melting super fast. And if we were parrying, we could have gotten a stance break instead. So it just depends what you want. If you want things to die, hitting. I do like the Sunblade for Crucible Knights. They're immune to the best status effects anyway, so you might as well use it. Funnily enough, against Banished Knights, Status Stick builds up Frostbite and Bleed so fast, which gives a temporary stagger that you don't really have to stop hitting R1 to dodge. It's like 2 hits to activate Frostbite, 2 more activate Bleed, and then 2 more for death. Hilarious. Some of their wind boxes can come out fast enough to interrupt your combos, and the sword can bonk on walls, but otherwise, yeah, it's just 6 R1s with no thoughts. Empty your mind, embrace R1. Speed really matters, because level 10 at the end of the night is a lot better than being level 7. Like 30% better. Or no, 13 is 30% better than 10, so this would be like 40%-ish, I think. My 7th to percentile mental math isn't great. I'm not smart. I post videos with my opinions in them on the internet. Gaping Dragon is immune to poison, which makes sense with how much this dude eats. If you eat more, you get better at it, and can eat poisonous things. That's a fact. Magma Worm at the start of day 2, don't mind if I do. It's one of the slower bosses for sure with a massive health bar, so it would be a shame if someone were using a lot of percentile damage. From the Beastman camp, we get a Lightning Cross Naginata, pretty much perfect. It's basically a katana on a stick. Embarrassingly, we get Crystal Azured by the Crystallians. Should have had the Sunlight Sword out. Learn from my mistake, pull it out, and it stops attacking. Come on, do something. Whatever, it's fine. Sunlight Sword is great for Crystallians, which puts it in the same category as taking your weapon off and using your bare fists. Points where they can get them. I got totally separated from the team while grabbing a flask upgrade, so they did most of the stuff without me this day. They're both Raider, obviously they're gonna crush it. He can hit R1 real good. Tree Sentinel, let's all hit it together. Wow, love watching a health bar melt. These little micro staggers from the Bleed and Frostbite are great since they just kind of let everyone keep hitting. Since we have 2 Raiders, that obviously leads to stance breaks pretty quickly. Then a Bleed again, and all of this might seem super complicated combo stuff, but no, we're just hitting R1. It's so simple. Put your work in during the building stages and you have less effort in the battling stages. All that speed gets us to level 15 with room to spare. Dragonkin Soldier as the final boss of the night, not my favorite, not my least favorite, probably like my 3rd least favorite, I think. I'll break it down sometime, figure out all the possible options and rank them. Fulgor, yeah, I sure hope we do. We have Bleed from the Cross Naginata, but more importantly, Lightning for some more micro staggers. For a second, I tried to deflect the charge, and it really works. He doesn't charge at us because we have our deflect stick out. Truly, the best utility for it. Every time I whip it out, enemies stop attacking me. Get some auto glint blades, it'll do wonders. Right at the end, check it out. Look, I used the fucking sword, everybody. I used the fucking sword, okay? There we go. 10 out of 10, best sword in the game. Now let's fight the best Ice Dragon boss in the game.
Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's so much to be.
Some scary stuff happens against the bubble guys. We lock onto the ground, and what enemy is there? It's just rocks. Terrifying. Godskin Apostle in the Everjail. It's weak to all our status effects. We're weak to getting hit. Who will win? Us. I played a little sloppy. Probably why I don't like deflecting. I'm all about being a sloppy Sammy and don't really give a shit if I look crisp and clean. Sanguine Noble, how do you feel about those status effects? Not good. Got it. Even the hero of Zamor can be frostbitten, which just seems wrong. While we wait to deflect the Crucible Knight upstairs, everyone else kills it by attacking. I'm getting a little better here against Crucible Knights in the castle, though. Let's see the improvement. Hey, buddy. The attack sent me far enough away that I couldn't count it. Oh, right. Whole combo has to be over. Don't let him do a second combo. Otherwise, it's not. It feels like I'm using the wooden sword. It pushed me too far away. Okay, that was bad. I should have crit that. I almost had that. If you gave me 20 more minutes, I would have had that. Like, y'all, I know I missed some windows for an R1 with the tickle stick, maybe like 3 at most. And it's the tickle stick. Those R1s don't add up to much. It should not take 3 minutes to beat a Crucible Knight. I was hitting guard counters when the spacing allowed for it, and we weren't just pushed out of guard counter range because the sword is quite short. It happens. You can't say it doesn't. I think there were 2 non-perfect blocks in that clip. The rest were perfect block, building up the stance pressure. There's a whiffed crit, but the successful crit was pathetic, like terrible and pathetic, like embarrassingly bad. Oh, fuck. You need to switch back to your normal weapon for the crit, right? That's it. It's perfect block, guard counter, hit, perfect block, charge, sunsword, stance break, weapon swap, crit, swap back, bring it around town, stop on your right foot, don't forget it. And now you'll kill a Crucible Knight in 2 minutes instead of 3. Let's try Godric with a status stick instead. Obviously, we also have 2 teammates, and hey, I deflected the wind at the end. I guess you can deflect wind, even though you can't deflect clouds. Sure, why not? Night 2, we're in the normal forest and get to fight a quick revenant, followed by even quicker Everjails. Then we get separated and have to climb the mountain alone. At least our 2 other members are dealing with Libra for us. They just bribed him, which means it's on us to get the runes back up on the mountain. And the status stick makes the flying dragon die super fast, just in time for the rest of the crew to show up. They were doing other stuff, some really important stuff, no hate. Killing that dragon gives us bonus damage to dragons, you know, like Caligo, and beating up the trolls will give us some frostbite resistance. That doesn't really matter, so I grabbed Scorpion Stinger instead. If I squint, I can pretend I'm still playing Duchess. Oh hey, missed out on the dragon up top since I grabbed the beetle. It had winged sword insignia. For once, not something terrible. Feel like that bug is always to bait me into wasting my time. But looks like we can grab a giant's red braid with improved fire attack power. This one scales mostly off strength, I believe. It's fine. We'll just hit the funny Ash of War like once and beat the boss. I'm sure it will go great. Every one of the Royal Cavalrymen gets sauced by our S arcane scaling, and then we head into Caligo at max level with 128,000 runes in the bank to boost our Libra damage. Caligo gets shredded. I am trying to get status effects on to boost our damage up before hitting the red braid, but we damage it so fast that it ends up flying away. Alright, victory has defeated us. Let's reapply the rot, then swap to get frostbite and poison. It can be frostbitten, by the way, isn't that wild? Now we can hit the flame dance, it flies away. So 1 flame dance and that does it. Wait, literally just 1. Hilarious. Let's get this all over with.
Take the highway to the end of the night.
There isn't a specific katana for holy scaling, but there should be. Hell, our starting weapon should be. Not complaining about S scaling arcane, but hey, is an Executor a Crucible Knight? Shouldn't he have faith scaling with holy? Or I guess he got kicked out for using arcane. You know what this made me realize? There are no clean rots in this game. I think they'd be a decent addition to the castle. Certainly better than... fuck me, it's trolls. Speaking of the Haligtree, after a little fun with the Hero of Zamor, we get Millie's Prosthesis, one of the best talismans we could get on this character. Trolls go pretty quick thanks to the status stick, and the dog is pretty great for clearing out goons. Loretta up top, she can bleed, she can be poisoned, she can be frostbitten. So much so that... we're so close, we got this. I think she died a little early. She was like, you were close enough, you got it. A gaping dragon, not too bad, we'll cut their tail off for fun. It's sporting, like a little extra mini challenge. At the start of day 2, we get a sacred Nagakiba. Here we go again, that's all we need. Fortnite kinda gets bodied by the Suncatcher. That's kinda neat. It's kinda neat. We also now have Rot, which is one of only 2 status effects that Heliostor Hollister is susceptible to. At this point, we just gotta clear the woods, regal ancestor spirit, bop bop bop. Ulcerated tree spirit, bop bop bop, a tree sentinel of the draconic variety, a deathrite bird, and an Erd tree avatar. Just absolutely cleaning things up. Nameless King should have a name, and that name should be Washed. Against Hollister, we're trying to get the route on first. It's not that useful. Probably should just, kill him. We get downed in phase 1. That's embarrassing. Status effects are obviously just bad. Other people have Holy. They can keep the stagger up. We'll keep on working on getting that rot going. We finally get it around half health and then get in with the Nagakiba. Here we go again. One last chance for the Suncatcher to redeem itself. We deflect a hit. The madness goes through it and we get downed. Well, that's pretty much how it was working the whole time. Yeah, I didn't like this guy. Arcane scaling is good. The rest of the kit is mid. If you want to play a different style of Nightreign, I don't know, go play Sekiro. It's Sekiro. Just play Sekiro if you want to play Sekiro. In this game, I feel like there are a lot of better options. Might have seemed a little extra defensive of my positions in this script, but that's because Sekiro people are a little aggressive with telling people that they're a better gamer and person for having played Sekiro. If you love status effects, you should also just do this guy. Though I think Duchess is a more fun status character. The dagger attack speed makes up for lower arcane, and the stopwatch is a lot more fun than the Suncatcher, but hey, just my opinion. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We're going to be making more of these. We're going to be starting our second series of Nightreign videos next week. I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be pretty funny. Join the Patreon to support the channel. It's the best place to do it. You can join the Discord there and hop into games of Nightreign with fellow people in the community. Follow us on Twitch if you want to see us stream live and hop in for games and help us out with that next series. And check out Tulok the Cardbarian and Tulok the Barbarian if you want to see some more Tulok fun.